Good morning, dear children. In the previous unit, we learnt about Sebastian and how he became a skillful artist. What made him a skillful artist? His desire to learn art and his determination to excel made him a skillful artist. Murillo was greatly impressed, and so he released Sebastian and his father from slavery. You know, children, this story is similar to the story of Ekalavya in the Mahabharata. What is Mahabharata? Mahabharata is one of the two major Sanskrit epics of ancient India, the other being Ramayana. It narrates the struggle between two groups of cousins, the Kauravas and the Pandava princes, in the Kurukshetra war. The Kauravas were the sons of Dhritarashtra, and the Pandavas were the sons of Pandu. But when they were young, they lived together and learned together. Guru Dronacharya taught them the art of warfare. Drona was the master of advanced military arts, especially archery. Of all the Kauravas and Pandava brothers, Arjuna was most dedicated and hardworking. So, Drona promised Arjuna that he would make him the best archer in the world. Our lesson starts now. Please open your English reader and pay attention when I explain. This lesson is in the form of a drama, which you can enact and enjoy later. Ekalavya, Scene 1. Dronacharya's Ashram. Drona is standing under a tree surrounded by the Pandava and the Kaurava princes. Drona: I'm very glad, my dear boys. You have learnt all the tricks of archery that I taught. Practice them well. Arjuna: But we know only to aim at an object seen at a distance. You have not yet taught us the art of shooting at an unseen object. Drona: Yes, Shabdavedi. It is the most skillful trick in archery, aiming at an object merely by the sound. You shall learn it by and by. But who comes here? A boy enters and bows to Drona. Here, children, when Drona tells them to practice the tricks, that is, different types of archery, Arjuna tells that he has taught them to aim at the visible objects. He has yet to teach them to shoot at the invisible objects. So, Drona tells him that is called as Shabdavedi. Shabda is sound. Shabdavedi is the most skillful archery where one has to aim at an object merely by the sound. He said they would learn it as the days go by. But then a boy enters and bows to Drona. The boy: Great Acharya, Ekalavya, the son of Hiranyadanush, prostrates before you. Drona: Long live boy. Hiranyadanush, is he not the hunter chief of the southern forest? Ekalavya: Yes, Acharya, but he is no more. Drona: Oh, what a pity! He was a bold hunter. Indeed, you look equally bold. What brings you here, my boy? Ekalavya: Wolves have increased in my forest, and the farms have no safety. I cannot bear to see the poor animals troubled by the greedy wolves. I must learn archery in order to predict the fawns in the surroundings. So, I have come to you, great Acharya. Please take me as one of your pupils. Prostrates is to lie flat on the ground before a person to show his respect. The boy was Ekalavya. He showed his respect to Dronacharya by prostrating before him. His father, Hiranyadhanush, the hunter chief, was known to Dronacharya. Dronacharya was filled with sympathy when he heard about the death of Hiranyadhanush. Then he inquired Ekalavya the reason for his visit. Ekalavya answered that his fawns, young deer, were constantly attacked by the wolves in the forest. So he wanted to learn archery in order to protect them. So, in all his humility, he requested Drona to take him as his pupil. Drona, your thought is indeed noble. Arjuna, noble indeed, but Acharya, he is not a prince. How can you have him as a pupil? Drona, that is true, but I am sure he will prove a worthy pupil. Ekalavya, Acharya, teach me archery just enough to save my dear fawns. Take pity on the poor animals. Drona, my vow binds me, my boy. I cannot take as my pupil anyone other than a Kshatriya or a Brahmin. But my blessings go with you. May you prosper. Ekalavya, great Acharya, keep your vow. Your blessing shall be my guide and shall help me to reach my goal. You are my Guru. Though I may be far away from you, I will learn archery with your blessings. Eklavya prostrates and goes out. Dronacharya was bound by his vow. What was that vow or promise? It was Bhishma Pitamaha who had asked Drona to teach the Kauravas and the Pandavas. He also took promise from Drona that he would teach only Kshatriya or a Brahmin. So, even though he was impressed by Ekalavya's noble thoughts, he refused to take him as his Shishya. But Ekalavya understood his predicament. That is, he understood Dronacharya's difficult situation. He said that he had taken Dronacharya as his guru in his heart. Even though his dwelling was far, he would practice archery with his blessings. So saying, he prostrates and goes out. So, dear children, we have now completed first scene. Here is the homework for you. First one, read the lesson and find the meanings of the difficult words. Stay in the pink of health, wear a mask and do your task.